Hey everybody, so you might recall once upon a time I did something called I Found My Old Pager, and that got something close to 240,000 views, and some doctors, I think some doctors still choose to use them today. Well, guess what? I found my old Blackberry. Got this back in 2008. Now you got to remember the iPhone, the first touch phone came out in 2007. But a lot of people back then wanted something they can physically touch. Here, listen. You can physically touch. And they never thought in a million years that such a thing would work. A touch screen? Huh. Who ever would have thunk? So, this is pretty cool. Each button you can have do something a little bit different. Here's your volume. This did something. This did something different here. That was your charging port, USB. That was your headphone jack. You ever wanted to take a selfie, you'd have to look at this. And here's the powerful 2.3 megapixel camera. They had a battery in the back. It's pretty simple. Back then, that was your battery. And you'd have to put a SIM card underneath there to activate the service. This phone was not Wi-Fi capable back then. It only worked off of the internet. And look how quick it turns on, though. That's pretty cool. So this is through Verizon. I think I could probably still activate it. Look how quickly it starts up. But this is the Blackberry. And back then, I think the Blackjack was the more popular phone. But back then, you had all these crazy options, very similar to what the Androids have today. And everything was done with a trackball. If I were to try to get onto Facebook, it would say you need to have web access. So that's pretty trippy. But I mean, back then you could set up your phone. This was all of your messages combined. This was your emails and text messages. This was your email. This is your call log. Blackberry Messenger. You could direct message other Blackberry users. You could do voice notes, media, maps, internet browser back then, your contacts. Here's your camera, video camera. Here's your camera, your audio, the tasks. Very similar stuff that you have today on an Android, right? So this was pretty cool. But it amazes me that this was only 2008. So 2008, 18, 19, 20, 22. So 15 years ago, this was the number one, like one of the number one devices out there that you would get. So it just amazes me now. Today, most of these cameras are 30 megapixels if you're an Android user, or even more. But look at the camera work on this thing. Here's a video camera. Now, one of the coolest things I loved about this was you could hit record and you could say, hey, everybody, it's me. I'm going to make a cool video. And then it's still recording. So then you could jump to another spot and then see how it says continue recording right here. Whoops, let me go back to recording. You could click on that and then okay, you could do your next scene. Okay, then you could pause it. Then you can go back to your next scene, hit record again. Hey, got a new scene, cool. And then you could pause it again and you could do something different. Here, let's just do something different. Oh, wow, he's laying on the floor. Okay, cool, whatever. And then that's it. You're done, right? So now you want to see what you just shot?
And you could say, hey, everybody, it's me. I'm going to make a cool video. And then it's still, you could click on that. And then, okay, you could do, your next scene. Okay, then hit record again. Hey, got a new scene. Cool. And, oh, wow, he's laying on the floor. Okay, cool, whatever.
So I always thought that was fascinating that you could do that back then. It was easier than the editing that we had. Well, now we have more sophisticated editing. But then look at this camera. Look at the zoom. So that's a humidifier right there in case you're wondering. But look how we could zoom right in there. Here, let's take a cool picture. Bam. And then from there, you could take another picture. You could set the picture as your home screen, or you could assign it to a contact. Rename, trash, and then this was cool. Hey, I'm going to send you an email of what I got right here, or I can send you a multimedia message. Cool, huh? Pretty neat. So I thought, man, this phone was bumping. And then back then, if you wanted MP3 music on here, or just like regular music, you could plug it in your computer, and then you could download it with a special, with a special app at the time. Or actually, this was just a hard drive. If I plug this into my computer today, I will actually show it as an external drive. And then you could just download the music, drag and drop. So look at all the stuff I've got on here. I never deleted it. So these are all the songs that are still physically on this thing right now. So like, you could tell that I'm a huge Genesis fan. But these songs all exist on this phone right now. Pretty cool, huh? One of my favorites is Flogging Molly. This is a cool song. You just hit your trackball, and it even brings up the art. Isn't that cool? Very cool. I mean, come on now, man. I remember this song too. Really cool song. Anyway, I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. But yeah, I mean, here, what's this? Is this what I think it is? Sting? Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then what you would do is, you could plug that into your car through there, and you could get your good sound. That's amazing. I love that. You could shuffle sounds, playlists, all that stuff. Ringtones. Let's see. You got to love the ringtones on here. Pre-recorded ringtones, my ringtones. Back then, you could actually buy ringtones. So here's all the tones. That is something crazy. Now, there's an easier way to go here and see what all these are. So I'm going to go into alarm. And then I'm going to go from the alarm into ringtone. And look at all these tones you can have back then. You know? Isn't that wild? Ninja. I vaguely remember these. So here's some of the actual ringtones that you could have on this phone. Oh, yeah. I remember this. Oh, yeah. I did have this one as my primary ringtone. This was cool. This was another one I would use. And here's the thing, you could assign these to different contacts. Down to business. Oh, yeah. What's this? Oh, yeah. Here we go. This was the ringtones of 15 years ago. It's not that long ago, right? Not that long ago at all. So, pretty neat, huh? So I could go in there and I could just do a bunch of crazy stuff. That is just wild how they do all that stuff. But yeah, this is the old Blackberry. The thing still works. I wonder if I put a SIM card in it, if it would still work. You know, you got your calculator in here and, all that cool stuff. But people wanted physical touch. They wanted to physically input memos in here. So I could say my space, right? I could say my day. So this is a QWERTY keyboard. So, right. So where's the A? I don't know what the A is. All right, there. My day, right? And they can come into here, and then you would just type it out there was no voice command on this to actually do voice to text. But look at that. These phones were designed to be smaller, easier to use, and just here's my hand. Look how small that thing is compared to the iPhone that's in my hand right now to record this. Crazy stuff. And I'm sure they're still out there. But, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Oh, and by the way, the games back then, here, what is this? Voice dialing. Hold on here.
Say a command.
Call mom.
Say the name or number.
800-588-2300.
Did you say call 803-5882?
Sure. Yes.
Calling.
And it can't call because there's no number. But here's the funny thing. This is still my number from 15 years ago. So I got to make sure we block that out. But it's not going to call. There's your call logs and all that good stuff. That is so wild. Very trippy. Last but not least, the games. Look at this. You got these really cool games you could always play. Never mind the dog that's right next door to me here. Will you be quiet? Silence, doggy. Oh, and then you'd be here forever just trying to get this thing to hit to get the thing. Come on, man. How do we get it? Come on. See, you could, but this is therapeutic in a way as well. Right? Let's try it. If I can't get it here, that's it. Bounce. Oh, forget it. I'm done. Anyway, that's my Blackberry. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Amazing. What was this? Here. Qualcomm. 3G network, baby. And there you go. Have a great day.